Good evening, friends. I suppose I am audible to everyone. Uh, First and foremost, I would like to wish all of you a very happy Teachers' Day. To everyone who are genuinely dedicated to the profession of teaching. So today I am going to spend some time talking to you about teaching. So, my dear friends, what is teaching actually? And what is the meaning of teacher? For me, the word teacher is very closely connected with teaching. I appreciate the person of a teacher with the teaching. So, what is the meaning of teaching here? Teaching is a complex activity. So, what is this complex activity? You must have heard about this word complex activity. Complex activity here refers to an activity that is exposed to the public, in which there are so many activities connected. So, complex activity is really a public activity, or we can call it a social practice. So, I would say teaching is a social practice which involves so many things in a very specific condition. So, what are these specific conditions? Specific condition includes time, place, art and culture, socio-economic situations, etc. So, teaching is taking place in a very proper way in a society which is considered as a social practice, therefore, it is exposed to the public. Therefore, teachers who are involved in teaching must value certain values, must know certain values about the specific context. That means to say, the teacher must have the knowledge about the history and the tradition and the purpose of education. So, a teacher who is involved in education must have certain knowledge about tradition, history, purpose of education. Now, what is required of a teacher and what is expected of a teacher? That is why all cannot be teachers, never ever. Those who are seeking job, they are seeking job as a teacher. But who is a teacher? Who can be involved in teaching, or who can engage himself or herself to be a teacher? So here is the problem of the choice. So I think that a teacher must be having certain values, the basic personality values, meaning to say, teacher is going to be exposed to the public, and therefore teacher should value the public first. That is expected of a teacher, required of a teacher. So one of the competencies of the teacher should be that the teacher should be the manager of instruction. Teacher as a caring person, teacher as a person who is behind the student, shaping the student, So research starts with some models. Who can be a model in the line of teaching? So they have discovered that teacher who has knowledge, knowledge of the art and craft, knowledge of the specific situation in which we are, will be able to contribute a lot for teaching post. I would like to focus mainly on one quality a teacher should have. There are many qualities that a teacher should have, but one quality that should come to teachers' hand is enthusiasm. So, I would like to say a few words about this particular aspect. Enthusiasm. We don't hear anything about teachers' enthusiasm. I would like to stress a lot about teachers' enthusiasm. Who is an enthusiastic teacher? And what is the role of an enthusiastic teacher? If I begin to explain, it will take long time, but I would like to say few words about an enthusiastic teacher. An enthusiastic teacher creates energetic, interested students in the subject matter. So, enthusiastic teacher is here is referring to a teacher who is well versed and also creating energy in the students. There is a correlation with enthusiastic teacher and intrinsic motivation of the student. Students are energetic basically, but our students will reduce their energy because teachers are not enthusiastic. So, what are the factors that contribute or that can benefit or that can create enthusiasm as well as energy in the student? As a teacher, our duty is to create enthusiasm, is to create energy, and is to create a decent way of looking at students. But the question is, who is this enthusiastic teacher? Can we define? I don't think we can define an enthusiastic teacher, because teachers are very, very unique in their own way. As someone said, teachers are unpredictable. We don't know how they are going to behave. We don't know how they are going to judge. So, we need to always think about teachers who are enthusiastic. So, teachers who are enthusiastic will exhibit certain energy, certain requirement in the life of the student. Let us focus on the enthusiastic teacher. My dear friends, I said that there is a correlation between teachers' enthusiasm and students' intrinsic motivation. So you may ask me, what is this intrinsic motivation? Intrinsic motivation here refers to students getting interested from within. They are motivated by themselves. They are motivated because they have seen something. That is called intrinsic motivation. So we must understand that there is a correlation between teachers' enthusiasm, So if teachers are enthusiastic, they are very energetic, definitely there will be intrinsic motivation coming from the students, that you can notice with your own help, with your own experience. So, sorry. So you have to understand, every teacher has to understand that they are indebted with a kind of a energy level and enthusiasm, so that they are not losing their students. Students are getting energized because of the teacher. If the teacher is very dormant, if the teacher is not showing any enthusiasm, teacher is very sluggish, if the teacher is very moody, if the teacher is an escapist, students will definitely notice that this teacher is an escapist. This teacher is good for nothing. So, I would like to suggest on Teachers' Day, teachers must care for their demonstrative gesture. So, how can we show our enthusiasm? Or another question is, how can students judge us? I am a teacher. How can students judge me as an enthusiastic teacher? So, I would like to suggest some tips to the teachers. Teachers should have demonstrative gesture. That means they should go along with the topic which they are teaching, according to the rhythm, according to the meaning, according to the style of the language. The teachers will have to show their gesture, which will energize the students. And the second point is that there should be a kind of a dramatic presentation. If the teacher is very moody and the teacher holds the title as a teacher, comes to the class and sits all of a sudden on the chair without any interaction with the students regarding the motivational factor of the students, definitely the students will understand this teacher is not an enthusiastic teacher. Therefore, I request to all the teachers all over the world to have a dramatic representation of their own appearance. How they should appear, with what motivation they should appear, what kind of a demonstrative gesture they should have. So, if they can exhibit certain points, definitely the students will start following their teacher. The teacher's motivation or teacher's enthusiasm will facilitate the level of higher intrinsic motivation. That means if you are very enthusiastic, students will begin to acquire the strength and the interest to go ahead with your subject or subject matter. So, enthusiastic teachers also can be found by students. If you are enthusiastic, definitely the students will also be enthusiastic. They will be energetic. They will be interested in your topic. They will learn the subject matter within no time. Remember one thing, enthusiastic teachers also will create in the students a kind of a confidence that they can be self-determined. That is the quality of enthusiastic teachers. So if you are an enthusiastic teacher, definitely you will be able to see self-determined students. You don't need to tell them anything, what to do and what not to do. They will define they will describe what they want to do. That is called self-determination. But if you are not engaging the students in the class, definitely you are not fit to teach as a teacher. You cannot be in the classroom. That's what I say. Because I have been teaching almost for 30 years. As a teacher, I have seen so many students. From my experience, I would like to mention that if you are not an enthusiastic teacher, if you have not prepared yourself to be a teacher in and every day, don't think about your confidence about your subject. If you are knowing already your subject, what about the students? Students are not enthusiastic. You will get bored with your subject matter. Therefore, you are expected to go for professional development, whereby you are already upgrading yourself. So the question mark is that teachers who are thinking that you are an expert, remember this point, they are already bored with your subject because you have not upgraded your level of learning, your level of teaching. So on Teachers' Day, I think teachers must reflect this point. Am I an enthusiastic teacher or am I a dormant teacher? Or am I simply remaining as a teacher because I don't have a job? I like to do a job. I like to have some job. So there are some schools which hire you because there are no teachers. But remember, my dear teachers, once you take up this job as a teacher, this profession as a teacher, you need to dedicate yourself completely to the feat of teaching, engaging the students in the class. You can be at your best if you engage your students. They will love you. They will like you. They will never remember about your scolding. They will never remember about your punishment. They will remember you as a person who motivated them to the highest level. So, my dear teachers, I would like to uh, put up, I like to uh, make you little greater, or I would like to make you to stand in front of all teachers or students, and they say that you are an enthusiastic teacher. Don't think about you are a good teacher. There are good teachers. There are teachers who are laughing. There are teachers who are smiling. There are teachers who are coping up with the students. There are teachers who are supporting the students. There are teachers who are lifting up students. So you need to reflect where you are standing. Are you standing as a teacher who is already a teacher to be B and you can act? Have you prepared yourself as a teacher? If you have completed a good study of the teacher or Bachelor of Education, you must remember that your prime duty is to see the student, shape the student, mold the student, and let the student be the best student for the nation. So, I would like to conclude this topic with the most important quality a teacher should have, that is enthusiasm. Nothing else. I don't believe in anything else. If you are enthusiastic, day and night you will be thinking about what you are going to teach the next day. That is called an enthusiastic teacher. But if you are not, you have to question yourself. I would like to conclude this topic with one sentence, that is, your enthusiasm as a teacher is a kind of motivational embellishment for the student, meaning to say that how much you are enthusiastic, that much the student will be renewed, shaped, molded, and brought up with the constitutional values of our country. You remember NEP 2020? There is something that we hear about constitutional values must be given to every student. If you are able to give constitutional values to every student through your teaching, definitely our country is going to be the best country in the whole world. So may I ask, on this beautiful day when we are going through the Teachers' Day celebration, let not our Teachers' Day celebration be a mockery, be a time of changing the dress and putting on a new dress to show off, nor be a time when we receive so many gifts from students and then forget about the quality of the students, nor be a teacher who is waiting to have a good meal with the principal sir and other colleagues. We need to reflect. My dear teachers, may I take leave at this time. Having said so, once again I would like to wish all the teachers a very happy Teachers' Day with all my heartfelt feelings that you also must become an enthusiastic teacher. That is my clear-cut point. Let us be an enthusiastic teacher, not a sleeping teacher, a dormant teacher, a sober teacher, where we are appreciated for our own foolishness, but we should think that a day's foolishness can make a nation go wrong, a child can go wrong, but a day's intelligence can make thousands of students developed, grown into maturity. May God bless you all. Thank you.